My name's Jeff Gregg, and you're?
Teresa Kelly.
And we're doing an introduction, beginner's spreadsheets, session 1 today. This is the second session that Teresa's done, and she's already learned something last week. So without any further to do, we'll go to the spreadsheet. We'll have to do a screen share to share this, so I'll just go to that. Do share entire screen. Okay, share that. Okay, and we'll go to the spreadsheet. So there's a spreadsheet. So even though you can't see us there now, as we're talking, this will record our voice, right, and record whatever we're doing on the mouse. So first thing we're going to do is enter some text. So when you enter text, Teresa, how do you enter it on the keyboard, obviously, but where does it go on the screen? Where do you?
It goes to the left-hand side.
Of where? At what point on
the column? Whatever column you're working in.
Not a column. What happens if I wanted to go put it in G4? How would I put it in G4?
Just click on G4.
Okay, so if you'd like to do that, click on G4. And by the way, how do you know you're on G4?
Because it has a heading on the side.
Where is the heading on the side? You pointed that with the mouse, please, so the people see you'll be able to see it. Point that with the mouse. Go. Whoop, where's the mouse going?
This mouse, I'm finding it very difficult.
Lift it up and put it back down again, and I'll put it where it's gone up.
It's an uncontrolled mouse.
There it is up there on G25 now, but we'll go to G4 again. Okay. G4. No, 4. Come down a little bit. No, your mouse is up there. Come down a little bit. That'll do. Okay, so enter ABC. Okay, and press enter. So why does it go over to the left?
Because it's alphabetical.
Okay. And what happens if you enter a number below that? For example, 1, 2, 3.
Goes to the right.
Okay. If you wanted to enter a number like 1, 2, 3, and you wanted it to be to the left, what would you have to do?
You put in apostrophe.
Which is that character there. You're going to have to look on your keyboard. 1, 2, 3. And it goes to the left because we've told it starts with apostrophe. It thinks it's a letter, not a number. Okay. All right. Okay. If we wanted to enter some calculations, right? So let's go down. If you wanted to move around, how else can you move around other than with the mouse? What can you use?
The arrows.
Okay. If you press the down arrow, what happens?
Go down.
An up arrow?
Up.
Okay. Left arrow? And right arrow? Okay. If you wanted to go right to the left, all the way to the column A without going left, 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 what can you do? Can you remember?
CTRL.
CTRL key. And then you press the left arrow, what happens? It goes to the left. And CTRL and up arrow goes to the top. And CTRL down arrow goes all the way to the bottom. CTRL up arrow again. And CTRL right arrow goes across to its column AMJ, whatever that is. And what why are the letters at the top of the thing?
To identify the columns.
Identify the columns. And when they get to Z, well, how does it start again? After you've got the columns.
A, I'd say.
Yeah, A, B, and then B, B. Okay, so you understand that, all that. That's not a problem. If you want to get all the way back to the home real quick.
Go this way.
No, that's the shift. Okay, so click on the cell.
CTRL I want.
Okay, control and home.
Yeah, like again. That's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's a really useful one. I've played with that.
Okay, and control to get to the last one at the bottom right-hand corner. Control and the end key. Okay, that's good. Okay, go back home again. Control home. Where is it?
Control home.
Oh.
Home is here.
Yeah, okay. In fact, this one won't work because this one, the keyboard is not quite right.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll just...
It's amazing how somebody like you could have a laptop where the keyboard isn't quite right.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, after I bought this computer, I realised I don't like the keyboard.
All right.
I could plug in one of these keyboards. All right, so
I'd have thought that you'd sit down in the shop and, go over everything.
Oh, no, yeah, but I bought it in a hurry. I didn't know that. All right, so if we enter some numbers, for example, enter 1, 2, 3 there.
in A1.
In A1, yeah. And then press the enter, and then 456. Okay, and we want to add the two of those together. So how do we go about adding them? And explain what you're doing when you're doing it.
I make equals, point to.
Points at what?
Point at 1, 2, 3 first.
Okay, I'll hold that for you. Okay, what you're doing.
Come on.
And then you want to add them. So what do you have to put in to add?
Plus.
And what's the plus mean?
Add.
Okay, and
then I get the next column and just point at that.
not the column, next cell.
Next cell, sorry.
Okay, all right. And what's happened on the screen? What's it put on the screen? What's that say?
It equals A1 plus A2.
Okay, and how do you finish it now?
Enter.
Okay, and the answer is
579, which is correct.
Let's say we wanted to multiply 1, 2, 3 by 4, 5, 6. How would we do it? We'll do it. Go down 2 cells, go down a couple of cells and click there. And let's say we wanted to multiply. Well, first of all, subtract. We won't do it.
This is a huge mouse.
If we wanted to subtract 1, 2, 3 minus 4, 5, 6, how would we do it?
The same thing, except use a minus instead of
minus. Okay, and multiply?
Use a dot. No, asterisk.
Okay, and the divide?
Slash.
// So let's do a multiply. So let's do equals. And we'll point at the 1, 2, 3. I'll hold that. Multiplied by. There he is there. Okay, and 4, 5, 6. Click on the 4, 5, 6. Okay, and press enter. What's the answer?
Oh, that's worthwhile doing.
It's worthwhile doing because what is it? It's 56,088.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's say we wanted to divide that by the answer of what's in C3. So we want to take that figure and divide by the answer that's in C3. So we'll put that in the next cell, or go next cell down if you want to leave the gap. Yeah, that's right. So how do we start? Equals?
Equals 56088. Oh, no, this one. No,
we just point at. Why do we point at it? Why don't we key it in?
Because it's easier. One thing.
It's not only is it easier, but it also, if we were to enter the number and then we were to change the number to calculate that, we wouldn't get the result that we wouldn't necessarily get. And we'll divide it by?
Divided by slash.
Yeah. And we'll put click on 1, 2, 3. And press.
Equals,
and what do you do?
Equals.
And it gives you 4, 5, 6. Why? Because it was the same thing we divided. Okay, so if we now go and change 1, 2, 3 to 7, 8, 9, what is going to happen and why? No, but before we do it, you tell me what's going to happen and tell me why it's going to happen.
It will change everything further on that we put a formula in the area in the cell.
In the cells. Okay. All right. So enter 7, 8, 9. Okay. So which one's changed?
That one and that one.
Well, can you say it because people can't see what you're pointing at when you're
A2 and A6.
No, A2 was already.
Oh no, sorry. A3 and A6.
And
A6.
And one other one. A8 as well.
All right.
Because we put a formula down in A8.
Yeah, right. Okay.
If we wanted to see that we have done that and we want to go back and undo what we just did, which is we put in 7, 8, 9 over the top of 1, 2, 3. Can you remember there's a key, control key and another key you press to undo? You probably don't remember.
I don't remember because see, I have undo
up on the thing, which is up here too. So yeah. I think it might do.
So basically, that's what I do for my undo.
Okay, but if you hold down the control key and press the Z key, and that's changed to 1, 2, 3. That's changed to 5, 7, 9. That's changed to that number there, and that's changed to 4, 5, 6. So if you press Control Y, it does a redo. Puts it back to 7, 8, 9.
All right. So
Control Z is undo.
Undo.
And Control Y is redo. Okay. If a matter of interest, you can press Control Z multiple times. Press Control Z once and again. and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. That's all gone. Press Control Y. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and that's it. Okay, that's enough for that session. All right. What we'll do is we'll just do that, and I'll show you how we recorded this. Okay. So I'll just simply go down to here. I go to there. Screen sharing. Stop the screen sharing. Goes back to that. Say goodbye.
Goodbye
to yourself, and say to yourself, I hope you enjoyed learning this.
Hope you enjoyed learning this.
Okay, we'll stop.